Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Always checking. Sitting outside. It's Tuesday. I think people think I'm a little crazy because I came out to this little public table and I put all my stuff out, and I feel like people were like, "She gonna sit out here and do work?" Yeah, that's what we do in Michigan. Just kidding. Well, let's see who. Oh wait, I forgot to put my little Flourish guy up. Oh, now it's overlapping. All right, there we go. Much better. All right, now let's see who joined us this morning. We have Kimberly Jackson. Good morning. How are you? We have Vivian Davis. Good morning. We have Claudia Marsh. Good morning. We have Trish. Good morning, Trish. How are you? We have my mom. Hello. We have Patricia. Oh, she's ready for the spring flowers. It's funny. I was praying against your spring flowers, not against yours, but I saw it get warm this weekend and I was like, no, I'm not ready. I love winter. I don't want it to end. We've been getting such beautiful snow, and I make it my wish or my prayer, because it's supposed to rain snow this week, but hopefully it gets cold enough where it just snows. That's the best. Alice, good morning. We have Carrie from Texas. Good morning from Texas. It's cloudy and 73. And Carrie, happy belated Texas Independence Day. I know that was yesterday. I hope you celebrated as all good Texans do. But also prayers for Texas as well. I've seen it's been in the news. We have Emily. Good morning. She popped on. She came to check for a moment. We waved to each other, and then we passed. We have Dave. Hello, Dave Donnelly. And Sarah. All right, we have everybody. I hope it's not too loud. All the trucks like to come by when it's time to read devotion. Okay. Hi, Jody. There we are. Alrighty. Okay. We're on day 185. Can you believe it? And it's God is your caretaker. We're on Matthew 6:26. And the verse says, "Look at the birds. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, for your heavenly Father feeds them. And aren't you far more valuable to him than they are?" Our devotion says a crowd gathers to hear Jesus speak, much like a modern congregation having an outdoor service, which I've been to one of those. Those are actually very fun. As an antidote for worry, Jesus tells the crowd to look at the birds and how God feeds them, and at the lilies and how God dresses them. But by doing so, Jesus reminds us of God's care. But he also gives us a practical strategy to combat worry. Be present. When we worry, we're not in the current moment. Jesus says, look at the birds. We can start by taking a deep breath and intentionally observing what's around us. We can practice gratitude. Jesus reminds the crowd of God's care for birds and lilies as examples of how he cares for each of us. We can ask ourselves, what is one way God is taking care of me right now? And then express our thanks. We can fill the space. To stop worrying, we need to fill the space with something else. That phrase can be like, God cares for me, or it might be occupying our mind in another way, like going for a walk or having a conversation with a friend. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Worry is a natural part of being human, and everyone worries. We get frustrated when we do the hard work of getting out of rumination, only to find the same thoughts come back. When we start worrying again, we can repeat the first 3 steps. God has taken care of the birds and the flowers, and he promises to do the same for us. So God, thank you for taking care of the birds and the flowers and me. What's a worry that you have right now? A worry. It's nice to not have a worry this morning at the moment. But if you do, give it to God. God can handle it. God can take care of all of it. Sometimes you can find your flesh not wanting to give it to God. I've experienced that recently, where it's like, no, I want to have the control, but God sees the effort that you would put to give it to him. So whatever it is, whether it's something small or big, bring it to him. He can take care of it. He will take care of it because he's a good father, and he's never ever abandoned us, and he's much closer to us than we ever know. So that reminds me, actually, okay, quick story time. This is a New York story for you all, because it just entered my thought. I missed a train, and it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I missed a train, and it was late on the Sunday night after church, and the next train wasn't coming to 12 minutes, and I had my groceries in my hand, and that was like the worst. I was so upset, and this was kind of this is at Columbus Circle, so this was at like that train station can get a little sketchy. So I literally put on my meanest face. Like I was like, nobody's gonna talk to me. I don't want anyone to look at me. I'm so upset right now, which might seem like funny, but like it happens, right? And this old man approaches me, and he looks at me, and I'm like, not today, old man. Like I can't do it. And he looks up and he goes, do you know when the next train is? And I was like, why is this guy talking to me? I have the meanest face I could possibly have on right now. And so I looked at him, but he was cute. So of course I was nice. I'm not mean to somebody. And I was like, oh, the next train is coming in the next A train's coming in a minute. And he goes, oh, good. He goes, I gotta go all the way down to Queens. It's like over an hour of a commute. And I was looking at him, I was like, oh, okay. And when you look at him like up close, he had actually a bloody face. He had blood on his face from his nose. He was hunched over. He did not look well, but his eyes were very kind. He had very kind eyes. And so I relaxed, and I just kept saying in my head, I was like, this is a divine moment. This is a divine moment. And then, so we started talking, and he tells me he has a bad landlord, and he's kind of like homeless, but his nose was bleeding from cancer. He's like, this is skin cancer. And he goes, are you a Christian? And I said, yes, I am a Christian. And he was like, can you pray for me? So there's a bit of a long story, but I just remember that moment, like all of my anger melted away, all of my situations, like all my worry melted away, because I was reminded, like, this is what we're here on earth for. And I wasn't like judging him, but you're just on the subway, you're trying to I'm a young woman, you're trying to stay a little tight and not talk to people sometimes. But he was kind, and he tells me he was a Messianic Jew, and he's known God since he was 18. And then I helped him onto the train because he had a stroke. He struggled walking, but the point is, I don't know, we just had a very a bonded moment. And I just remember laughing at God. I was like, I was so angry, I was so upset, I was trying to put this barrier up, and you completely melted it, and you sent the exact person I needed to melt that. And so I hope that makes sense. I'm watching things play in front of me right now. So anyway, even if you're holding on to things, even if it's the tiniest little thing, give it to God. And if not, God's going to bring someone to get you out of it. So anyway, Sarah says, holding on to your worry does not control this. It does not control the situation. If you're holding on, the enemy is lying to you. Do not hold on. Give me arms to pray with instead of ones that hold too tightly. Jody Glenn says that's beautiful. No, I'm telling, he was so cute. He had the kindest eyes, and I have prayed for him. I call him the Messianic Jew I met on the platform. I think one day we'll meet again in heaven. Anyway, Dr. Colleen says, oh goodness, that's a beautiful story. God is it is, and it's something tiny, but he sees all. So give it to the Lord. Alice says, such a good story. Thank you for sharing this. It was God. His face came into my mind, and I said, oh, we're story timing today. Anyway, okay, y'all, it's 8:30, so we gotta go. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you Friday. Go be in the hands of Jesus. Peace.